It's a significant legal development today that the far-right activist Tommy Robinson, also known as Stephen Yaxley Lennon, has admitted today to contempt of court after defying a High Court injunction by airing a defamatory video against the Syrian refugee Jamal Hijazi. This comes after Robinson, who previously faced a 2021 libel suit brought by Hijazi and was ordered to pay £100,000 in damages, continued to breach the court order by showcasing the contentious film at a public protest in London's Trafalgar Square this last July. And appearing before Woolwich Crown Court, Robinson acknowledged his breaches after being presented with evidence by Aidan Eardley KC, representing the Solicitor General. Mr. Justice Johnson questioned Robinson on the validity of the allegations, to which he responded with a clear yes. The maximum penalty for contempt of court includes up to 2 years in prison and unlimited fines. The contempt charges stemmed from Robinson's defiant broadcasts and social media activities, which included keeping the video pinned to his Twitter profile, and in response, campaign group Hope Not Hate's CEO Nick Lowes said Tommy Robinson thought he was above the law. The group had compiled a detailed 86-page dossier urging the Attorney General to take action, leading to today's outcome. The case has sparked protests, with Robinson's supporters gathered in central London carrying placards critical of perceived legal double standards. I think both sides have got cases in this particular instance. I think Tommy Robinson has certainly attracted a degree of police and court attention which goes well beyond the actual sum of the crimes that he's accused of committing. I think it borders on an obsession and an attempt to dampen his public fame. But at the same time, there is no doubt that he is provocative. There is no doubt that he is divisive. There is no doubt that he has invoked a racist agenda. And his anti-Islamist tropes are disturbing in the extreme, particularly, I think, his re-editing of the Holy Quran, which I've had a look at and I find interesting on the one hand and also laughable at the same time. It seems extraordinary. I salute his efforts, but I think he's fundamentally wrong. I think a great book, a leading testimony can have both positive and negatives in the same context, and the way it's interpreted is what matters. Simply interpreting it according to chronology, which is what he is proposing, is not enough. And yes, there are some extremely aggressive interpretations of the Holy Quran and some very aggressive understandings of aspects of Islam, but essentially Islam is a very positive contribution to world culture. Through Islam, we ignited the Renaissance through the collection, the library of the Caliph of Baghdad, and for that I think we Western culture has to be extremely grateful, and it's something which isn't always acknowledged. The works of Thomas Aquinas were heavily dependent on translations from Arabic into Latin of Aristotle and Plato and the ancient Greeks. And without that, we would have no 13th century Renaissance, we would have no Italian Renaissance in the 15th century. And I don't think it's about the West versus Islam. Though I equally acknowledge that there are extremists in ISIS and the Taliban and the Wahhabi tradition. These are quite difficult interpretations of Islam. They're not only based on the text of the Holy Quran, they're also based on very specific readings of the Hadiths. But within that context, yes, Tommy Robinson opens a debate, and I'd be interested in taking that debate further. But the street marching, both for and against him, is ugly, and it doesn't offer anything positive to our society.